Hi everyone, Sailor Neptune, Sailor SeaWorld, Michelle here. And today we're going to talk about, why I never wear my stand, shape-shifting stick, looking glass, and shoes and boots went to. Now, yeah, there goes a bumblebee. As you know, this doll of mine that I got back around the 6th month of 2009 between FYL came from eBay, not from Etsy, not from Overstock or Dildash. And the seller of this doll either kept or lost the Irwin toy or the Irwin toy box. They either kept or lost the gloves and the boots, the shape-shifting stick, the looking glass, and the Irwin toy stand. And it all came in was a box, the shipping box that they shipped it in, and who it was shipped from, how to ship it back to them, and that was it. It did not come with anything else. The seller shows the likeness on the website as is, so I knew what I was getting into when I was bought back then. Now you might wonder, why would the seller keep the gloves or boots? Or did they lose the boots, or gloves, or boots? Did they keep the looking glass or the shape-shifting staff or stick, or did they lose it? Did they keep the Irwin toy doll stand, or did they lose it? Your guess is as good as mine. And keep in mind, this was the cheapest one out of all the ones that were being sold on eBay. And if you think that Etsy would have been selling them for less, think again. Etsy would be selling them as much as eBay would be selling them for. Now, I know a lot of folks out there might look at the gloves that I have on, and those came from the Dollar Tree. And those shoes, well, those are Mattel doll shoes. So I had to those shoes are not Irwin Toy or Bandai shoes. Those gloves are not Irwin Toy or Bandai gloves at all. And a lot of folks out there might think to themselves, well, if you would have chosen another one out there, the one that, hold on, I got something in my back. I gotta, scratch my back. All right. Someone out there might think, well, Sailor Neptune, Sailor SeaWorld, Michelle, if you would have chosen one of the more higher worth ones on eBay or Etsy, then you may have gotten the shoes and the gloves and the looking glass and the shape-shifting stick and the doll stand. Yes, and the Irwin doll box. Yes, that's true. But then it was a friend that bought it for me, and I didn't want him to buy something that was worth so much he couldn't even afford it. So you see what I mean. Now, a lot of folks out there also might wonder, where did I get the gloves from? Well, as I said, the gloves came from the Dollar Tree. Just happened to buy them. A Star Rider set of clothing for a doll. But really, I just needed the gloves. And then after many hit and misses with sundriest Hasbro and Mattel doll shoes, I finally got these Hasbro doll shoes to fit on my Irwin toy feet. Believe it or not, a Hasbro doll shoes can fit a Bandai or Irwin toy doll as long as it's a Sailor Moon doll. Yeah. You wouldn't believe that, but it can. And unlike all the other shoes I wore in the past that either came from Mattel or Hasbro dolls, this one seems to fit. And it hasn't fallen off yet, thank God. Now you might think to yourself, does that mean I could fit? Does that mean that I could fit in any one of those stands? Sadly, no. All of those Irwin toy stands made for boots and high heel shoes would not fit. I mean, I even did seek to do it once, and I don't know if it will fit. If it does, great. If not, it's just going to knock the shoes off and have to be putting them all back on anyway again. And it's too late for me to go back upstairs and bring down one of those Irwin toy stands that were made for high heel shoes and then hope that it fits it. Now you might ask yourself, what am I doing about the shape-shifting staff or stick or the looking glass? Well, there's nothing I can do about it because I'm not really good at making those things. Like I can't make I can't make a shape-shifting staff that doesn't really fit in the hands good anyway. And I would have to seek a looking glass from some other doll. Yes, it may not have been the Irwin toy looking glass, but it would have been enough. So as you know, I always been filmed from our back and side yard. You might think, why not from the lead yard? Well, first off, if I do that, the dogs are going to follow me out like they always do. And if I open up that and shut that, well, then I got to put the Y speaker down and myself down to do it. And when I also close it. So, hopefully that answers the asking thing to why that eBay seller didn't have the shoes and the gloves and the looking glass and the shape-shifting staff or the doll stand. Well, your guess is as good as mine. It's like going into a thrift shop, either the Goodwill gift and thrift middle or the Salvation Army or the Helping Fighting Arm gift and thrift middle, or going to the Vinlander thrift middle or the Glassport thrift middle or whatever thrift shops out there, and either folks giving away either, Mattel or Hasbro or, or Toy Biz or Irwin Toy, dolls with no clothes on. And most of them it's going to be either Mattel or Irwin dolls. Mattel or Hasbro dolls with no clothes on. So I was lucky that I had the clothes on me, because I don't think that I would ever get away of getting the clothing if the seller didn't lose that. And at least the seller didn't lose that, I don't know, I guess you would call it tiara, but that's a Latinist Frenchist borrowed word. The English for it to be what? Cap? Headwear? Now, it looks like I might most likely have to bring this film to an end, this upload to an end, because it's not a live stream, and it's not a short, and it's not a podcast, because one, I don't have the feed to upload a podcast. I can only uploads, live streaming shorts, and at the end of the day, that's good enough for someone like me. So if you like this film, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. And if you want, you can share, thumb up, and playlist this film. And if you haven't watched our film yet, watch the film we made early this morning with Sarah Yornis, Sailor Skyworld, Michelle over here. Amara over here. And if you haven't followed us, do so. Hit that bind and that ringer so you'll be known when the next upload, live stream, or short's been done. I, Sailor Neptune, Sailor SeaWorld Michelle, and I'll see you later. Goodbye. Farewell. So long. Well, one more little thought here before I end this film. Nah.